What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 23 of the Ketchup podcast. It's your host, Lofton, aka Mr. Nice Guy, aka Mr. Hayes Adonis, aka When I'm Suited and Booted, Antoine Cumberbund, and I got my co-host over there, Rajim, aka Boulder Shoulders, aka Mr. Dark Poet, aka if you didn't know by now, go ahead and hit him with it.
AKA Mr. Make It Happen, man. What's good? What's good?
What's good? And down below, everybody can see that's on the YouTube game. And those out there listen to the voices. We got a up-and-coming hip-hop artist, NUAP, has come up to hang out with us. We coming to chill, do the thing. So we want to welcome NUAP to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. So, Roz, man, how's it been this week?
Good, man. Hey. Well, let me tell you like this. Football.
He said, and rewind.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Football is back, right?
Yep.
And it's back with a vengeance. I'm gonna tell you that now. So I coach for the 12U AAU team, East Orlando Preds. Shout out to East Orlando Preds.
Yeah.
We got our ass whooped yesterday. I'll tell you that now.
Okay.
Yeah, 41-0. So we got work to do.
That's tough.
And so, honestly, this is officially my first loss in youth football. I've been coaching 3 years, undefeated first 2 seasons, and we got our ass whooped royally. I'm gonna put that.
So you like the rich white girl that all of a sudden got her credit card taken away?
Yeah,
living a good life, and then now it's all gone.
They
closed the curtains on y'all.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over. Hold on, we gotta go rehearse real quick. Hold on.
I've never in my life seen so many sick and hurt kids on one team in my life. The kids that whooped our ass, they just kind of diminished our kids. They just start getting headaches, and one kid had a tummy ache, all kind of shit. I told you my stomach hurt. I can't play no more. Like, this is bullshit. Yeah.
He was sick of losing. That's what happened. He was like,
I got the fake doctors know everything crumbled up in the pocket.
He said, I'm sick. Yeah, you sick of losing. That's pretty much what this is.
That's what it was, man.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody got those are life lessons.
So then listen,
we'll learn.
That ain't it.
Oh, okay. All right, there's more. Okay.
But wait, there's more. So, my other bonus son. So NUAP, he my bonus son too. That's my bonus son.
Okay. Okay.
He my middle son, right? He my middle son. 25-year-old NUAP is 22, and we got Kyrie. He a freshman. He played football too, right?
He out here gonna be Big Diesel,
Yeah.
Out here.
And they got their ass whooped too. Just gonna
Oh man.
So they got beat 49-20. So we came down your way, Hayes. Matter of fact, we came down to Bradenton, and there's a school down there called IMG, right?
Oh, you trying to play them dudes? They going to the league, like all them dudes.
All of them
to the league. That's why they go to IMG.
Yeah, if you go to IMG, you in the league. You going to the league. Period. It's over. We got a well whooped ass from them too. So I've been taking ass whoopers all weekend, pretty much. That's just pretty much how that's working.
So I mean, it seems as if you need to be working on Labor Day. Like, It's like, don't take a day off. Don't take a day off.
And you try to tell your kids, keep your head up, and we got work to do. And
But your head was down too. That's what they was like. Why's your head down, coach?
Yeah, which I meant it, but we got a well with that. So
well, hey man, I hope the boys out there, get it together, do some extra push-ups in the morning, before you go to school and all that good stuff. It'll help you out,
don't get discouraged.
Don't get discouraged. My week
this thing gonna be crazy on Tuesday. Conditioning.
Well, my week has been pretty decent, this weekend it moved up officially, the daughter has moved out.
What?
It's crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here. I'm out here chilling, man. It's kind of different sons at work right now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I can walk around the house naked if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy out here. You're like, woo. I can do crazy stuff.
Yeah, you can Tom Cruise ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But also, you know, I'm an old man now. You know, I'll be like, hey, it's all good. So we've been having a good time. Got to go down to Fort Myers with my daughter. Moved down to drop off some stuff to her tomorrow, so we get to see the pad and everything.
Okay.
And see everything down there. So I haven't been to Fort Myers, so I get to see that stuff. So it's gonna be kind of cool. We go hang out with them and have a good time. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So
awesome.
Nice.
So NUAP, how was your week, sir?
Man, it's been good, man. It's been good. You know, just going through it. You know, I just been working here and there, trying to also hone in on the craft. You know what I mean? I've been really trying to push myself to, you know, I got this EP going on, so I'm trying to make like cover track and all that. So I've been trying to really focus on like what my lyrics, and also just like keeping that story straight. You know what I mean? Keeping it continuous. You know what I mean? Not trying to veer off too much. You know, that's just been mostly what I've been doing. For the most part, also working on like a side project, trying to do this whole cert. You know what I mean? We heard about T Grizzly making like more than you know what I'm saying at this point, like millions every month on this whole GTA thing, this whole RP thing. So I've been kind of working on with my friend, investing into that, trying to get that going on. You know what I mean? That's gonna be my little take on the metaverse. You know, I do that. I like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with games, so you know that's a cool thing. You know, you play a game, you make some money. So that's just mostly what's been going on, just the music and you know, just that little project that we're working on right now, you know, looking forward to that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to learn about that with my old self and figure out how to get in the metaverse and make meta money.
Yes, sir.
Spend it in meta places. And
there's a lot of there's a lot of money on the internet, man. It's like I've been out here, you know, being the consumer, you know, watching the videos, making them millions. I'm like, shoot, like I play this game. We're playing on somebody's server, spending money. There's no reason why I shouldn't have just a server and have people spending money. So it's just
you know, I feel you.
You know what I mean? And all the boys can play whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's legit.
I need you to get rich, man. Look, I need you to get rich.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to make it all come full circle.
I'll put this public right now. Once you get rich, your mama and I moving in with you.
You said make sure you got that extra bedroom.
They're gonna be like, NUAP, mama and daddy live with that. Look,
well, it sounds like, you know, my favorite part of the day, and it sounds like you making NUAP have to join into this, man. With you talking about moving in, a drink of the day, boy. You were like, you gotta have that drink of the day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's one of my favorite joints. And I've been trying to give a little more variety to my life out here. So I've changed it up and went a little international for you. Okay. I got some sake, son. I went Japanese on you. Got the Fuji apple sake on y'all players. So you know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm cracking it open right now. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I gotta switch it up. I'm trying to make sure everybody know what's up. Got me a little glass.
I've been watching the
pod. Can't get in the big joint. You know what I'm saying? I throw the sake in a little glass, like, you know what I mean? They get it popping. So hey, you know, that's what I'm rocking with this go around. So what you got, Roz? What you doing?
So listen, yesterday was hot. You know, it's Florida, it's hot. I'm out of the football field, burning up, you know what I'm saying? So my electric lights was low. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The electric lights was low. So what I did was I took some coconut, you know what I'm saying? Electrolyte, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But what I did was I took me a couple of shots of that Belvedere.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. It's so still doing good work, huh? So now that Belvedere still doing good work.
This that light bill, you know what I'm saying?
The unspoken mix.
You know what I'm saying?
You got that light bill. Yeah. There you go.
Coconut water and Belvedere. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be able to stumble and run 3 miles.
Yeah, they don't know if I'm drunk or past. They don't know. You dehydrated or you drunk? I don't know. Player.
So my man down low.
Yeah.
Did you bring a drink of the day, sir?
I just got like this like politician like water cup, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Politician water cup.
You got the water cup you get from the dentist. The dentist office joint. All right,
I'm trying to keep things moisturized right now, man. I didn't come with the right bev.
It's all good. Hey, we've had many many people trying to stay hydrated on the show, so it's all good. And plus it's a Sunday show, so you know, folks may have got busy on Saturday. So it's all good to bring the hydration to this show.
And
you know what I'm saying?
A holiday, so it ain't
well, and that's why I'm like socking it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do the daggone thing. So I really appreciate everybody out there. Make sure y'all put your drinks out there. What y'all drinking on with us here at the Mid Ketchup Podcast. Like we said before, you give us some drinks, give us some little ingredients and whatnot. We'll see if we can make it for the show, and eventually we'll do a top almost 4 of our viewers' drinks out here on the show. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. We got to move on to the news of the week. There's been some interesting news out here. Hey, Ross, you got anything on your mind?
Go on, start it off, man. I got a couple things, but go on, start it off.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. You know what I'm saying? Since we got a fellow hip hop rapper there on the pod with us. I didn't know Canada got down like this, but we had a Canadian battle rapper, Matt Stay, got stabbed to death in Halifax.
Oh, I got
so this Canadian battle rapper called out the game for desperately vying for Eminem's attention just a week ago, has reportedly been stabbed to death, according to the CBC. Wow. Halifax Regional Police haven't publicly identified Stay as the victim, but Stay's brother, Peter Stay, confirmed his passing.
Wow.
So this was a rapper, a Canadian rapper that I ain't know they got down like that in Canada, man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of wild. Battle rap, Canadian battle rapper. That's wild.
It'd be tense.
Have you heard of that? Have you heard of that person? NUAP?
No, I haven't heard about this, but this sounds pretty crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Usually battle rap is kind of like a mutual ground. I don't know. Like, I feel like people don't usually, it doesn't usually get that serious. You know what I mean? When I see battle rap, usually it's like a mutual ground, everybody's like, I'm going to say something crazy as long as it ain't racist, like let it fly,
Right.
So that's crazy how I got to that point. It's crazy how I got to that point.
So what you think, Ross?
I mean, honestly, bro, I'd have been to Canada, and I don't know. You gotta show me your gangster before you talk about you a thug and all this shit. Like, just certain people I don't see as thugged out. Like, they only have guns in Canada, so I don't really understand how they. I guess you would have somebody to death because you can't really shoot nobody.
But to stab somebody, man, you really gotta want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta want that. That's why I say get rid of guns and everybody get swords. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to sword life because you gotta really want it. Like, you gotta be like, yo, I gotta go up here and I gotta get some skills to stay alive. It ain't like I can run, shoot, or I can drive up. Like, you gotta get out and be like on guard, nigga.
Exactly.
I would joust I would joust the shit out of you. Let's say something. Get on your horse. I will joust the shit out your head.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different.
You gotta unsheath the machete from your jeans. You know what I mean?
That's different. And it's different when somebody, like, if you unsheath the sword and somebody else got a sword, it's different. You gotta really be like, I'm that mad. Like, your mad has to be on a whole nother level to know, like, oh, it's going down. Like, I have to think about this the entire time. I gotta have strategy. I gotta know what the hell I'm doing with it. Like, this is not just one of those, hey, I'm gonna shoot and run or whatever. Like, you gotta be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Because you can't run from a bitch with a sword. I don't. You turn your back, it's over for you.
Yeah, hey man, it's crazy. So I say bring back the swords. The swords.
Swords.
Swords, not sword. A sword.
But look, back, I don't know. I mean, like, NUAP ain't gonna understand this, but back in when we was kids, I knew about 5 kids with nunchucks. I don't know why. We were running.
Hey, now look, let me tell you a story real quick, right? So me and my cousin, we all young and everything. Used to run around my grandfather's house all the time. And you talk about when we was kids, I don't know what kids do nowadays. I mean, maybe Nerf guns is about what they get to running around playing with each other. But we used to play ninjas, dog. So we used to build swords out of newspaper and masking tape. So when we would build these boys, right? And we be running around hitting each other with them, right? So my cousin and we used to make nunchucks. So we make long ones, bend them in half, and we be like yap, like getting at each other. So then, so we used to run around the house and be doing that. Of course, my grandfather like, yeah, be outside, stop running up and down the stairs. Then I had a cousin that lived down the street, man. My man made some nunchucks. My man Damon, you out there watching the show? We used to call him Dangerous Damon, man, because this dude was a king with the made nunchucks, dog. He be out there. He looked like that one Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, in the dragon joint. He was out there. Blah, 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 blah. It was dope. But I was like, that's it right there. You know
we had Chinese stars that made out of wood. Bitch,
we used to make them joints.
And if somebody hit you with a Chinese star, you had to act like you was dead. It's over. That's when acting first started. If you got hit with a Chinese star, it was over.
And die good though. Die good. If you gonna die good.
I remember like when we were younger, we were doing like the whole Star Wars get down. You know what I mean? Like the older, you'd be doing the whole Star Wars. You got the lightsabers from like Walmart, and then you have like the older
ones, though.
Ones. We had the decent ones, but it was like the white homies like next door. You know what I mean? Like with the older brother, he come in here, he's smacking fingers. You know what I mean? Like it's getting a little too aggressive. You know. Like I'm thinking I'm Yoda, like I'm supposed to be doing backflips and stuff, but I'm just, you know, I'm like 5 or something, you know what I mean? I can't.
You get whopped up by the older kid, man.
Smack the face. It's too hard.
And I remember that damn lifesaver, the one that we had back in the day. That bitch had the D-size batteries in it.
Oh,
that bitch lit up for about 20 minutes. And then
that's all you got. The batteries was so big. They was almost car batteries. And you like, hold up, why does only last 10 minutes?
Yeah. You look around, but if you get hit, you got to act like you dead, bitch.
You dead. You ain't got no arm.
Yeah,
like, my arm gone. You got to switch his hands.
Yes.
And keep fighting.
Then you get in trouble. Man, you cheat, man. You tell your mama you cheat. You only got one arm. Like,
no force choking.
That was it for sure.
Hey, Cleanser, right? Cleanser, hey, remember the blue one?
hey, I know, dude. Hey, look, I remember we got me and my cousins again. Hey, we got some sabers for Christmas. When we was young, my grandmother used to put you know, like the little Christmas bulbs and stuff. She used to hang them. We would be down in the basement. She used to hang them, you know, like the center beam that be going through, and it had a little, you know, saying stuff.
We didn't have basements in Florida.
Well, I mean, hey, my bad. Yeah, Florida, you would drown. But we had basements in the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? So
facts.
Yeah, we had the basement, man. We down there, turn all the lights off. Hey, it's Return to the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got the lights off. I had the blue one. My cousin had the gray one or the red one.
Yeah.
And we beat the snot out of them Christmas bulbs and then sweep them up and was like, we ain't do it. And put some we went back in the back room and put some new ones up there. Like, all right, that wasn't us. We knew we was about to get pizza breaks.
We saw replace it. You know.
Yeah. We had to make sure we was good. You know what I'm saying? We ain't want to spank it on Christmas.
Yeah, come out alive at least. Come out alive breathing. You know.
Well, look, man. Moving on to the other news.
Yeah. So moving on to some other news. Go ahead.
This is what I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
So, a story came out about Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish. The story kind of went in a way of some kids said that Tiffany Haddish had, you know, brought her into her home and they did some skit. Said something about pedophiles. I can't remember exactly what the exact words were, but it was a skit about pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl was made to act like she was doing fellatio and blah blah blah. The little girl was like 14 at the time. The little boy was like 7.
I was just about to ask you, how do you do a skit about being a pedophile without doing something?
Yeah,
how do you get that across? How do you get that across?
It's crazy. So it and I was like, man, that's some bullshit. At first, I was like, that's some bullshit, blah blah blah, whatever. Well, apparently a tape of some sort, a video of some sort surfaced, proving it.
We got evidence,
right? Huh?
We got evidence.
Yeah, it's like there are receipts for this. I'm like, oh. So now, you know, it's crazy. So now, I mean, this charges to be brought up for this. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And especially, you know what I'm saying. So you don't really see a lot of, well, maybe, I mean, I'm not sure how many's out there, but you don't really hear about a lot of females, you know, doing stuff like this or whatever. Because
I mean, you had old girl that was married to, what's that dude's name? That guy that ended up getting killed in jail.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, his wife was freaking
she was making money. Yeah, she was making money.
True.
You know, so the whole thing is, man, I'm gonna keep my eye on that story, man, and I'll come back next week and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Like they
you know,
snitched herself out, like did a skit.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of crazy.
How do you record? First of all, how do you record something like that? And it goes right along with, I don't know, we talked about this before, but
R. Kelly.
It goes along with R. Kelly. R. Kelly said he about to start snitching.
Yep. He said he's telling on everybody.
R. Kelly about to tell on everybody.
You gonna sing about it for real?
he already been singing about it.
Yeah.
and made a video. Okay. Like you like,
yeah.
I don't know.
R. Kelly about to tell on everybody. But I'm like, you know, what's in the dark comes to light at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? And if you're okay with abusing children and, you know, doing this stuff with children, then, you know, you need to pay the price. Period.
Get out of here.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, as a man who has children, especially daughters, you know, there's nothing you can do, no place you can hide if you do something to my child, any of my children. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how some people be like, oh, R. Kelly this, R. Kelly that. The nigga still he a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Robert, what's his name? Robert Kelly? What's his name? Robert Kelly?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I know it's Robert.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
So, you know, the artist, you know, the music, you know, told us the story a long time ago. It's on us because we missed it. A lot of it. You know what I'm saying? The music still rocks or whatever, but like I said, people made the comment, well, I separate the artist from the man. If it was your child, you wouldn't. So you really can't do that. So, you know, it's like this. So this story is unfolding right now. So once it clearly unfolds and we get the real words, I mean, people are proven are innocent until proven guilty, unless you're black. And you know,
there's always that.
There's always an asterisk.
Always that.
Well,
unfortunately.
Well, let's get back to a happier time, because I want to talk about how Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, they won an Emmy for their Super Bowl show.
That's what I'm talking
about. Good stuff, man. And also on top of that, Eminem is a Tony away from EGOT.
From what?
From EGOT. The EGOT, you know what the EGOT is? Where you win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. He could win all. He could have all four. All he has to do is write a rap or something like that for the next, you know what I'm saying, Hamilton joint. You know what I'm saying? And then if he get a Tony for that, he would have an EGOT for a rapper from 8 Mile. He would have been hitting the whole deal. So shout out to Eminem. That dude can rhyme words.
So let me ask you this. Who does anybody have an EGOT?
Whoopi Goldberg has an EGOT.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg has everything,
got an EGOT.
I swear. She got everything.
Close. I forgot who else is close. There's some other people that are close. I will look that up right now. We got the internet. I'm gonna look that up.
Heard of EGOT. I never heard of
EGOT. Yeah, EGOT winners. I'm about to look it up right now. Who we got? Let's see. John, what? Does John Legend got the EGOT? John Legend got the EGOT.
Do we really?
Based on this is saying John Legend got that joint. So we got there's some other names we don't know. Mel Brooks. I mean, if you know some of the spoof movies back in the day, Mel Brooks got some joint. Whoopi Goldberg. John Legend has it. Jennifer Hudson has it. Barbara Streisand. Yep. Barbara Streisand. Who else? Let's see. Liza Minnelli, James Earl Jones, Quincy Jones. Hey man, that's some folks that got that got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's big time, man. When you got the got, you a big timer. So if Eminem be able to get there and get with the EGOT, man, that's
So
that's doing good in a lot of different places.
So is that a physical? Is that physically an award, or is that just a?
No, it's
is that the process of having all of those?
That's just the process. That's like winning the Grand Slam, where you won, in any sporting event or whatever, or you won the golf and you won all the majors. Like that's the majors. You know what I'm saying? Of entertainment is being able to say, "Hey, I won an Emmy, I won a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award." So that's a big time,
I seen something like that with Eminem, and I seen the word, but I thought, you know what I'm saying, I thought he had disease. Something like that. Oh, that nigga got
he got that EGOT. There's only 15, I think. There's only 15 of them. Yeah. People that have won the EGOT in history. So I mean, you gotta respect that, man.
I'll be the type. I'll try to get an EGOT, just be stuck with an ego. I'm telling everybody I'm gonna get an EGOT. I'm just stuck with an ego. I'm just like, I'm cursed. So you ain't getting it, man. You stuck.
Because honestly, if you get an EGOT, can't nobody say shit to you. Like, bitch, you got an EGOT.
You can't say that. Like that's like Jennifer Hudson, man. Be like, hey, man, that girl be getting busy. You know what I'm saying? She's a daggone thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I got congratulations once again, man. To Dre, Snoop Dogg just doing more stuff with that with his cereal. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige can walk to that joint. 50 cents can, you know what I'm saying? Try
50-50, man.
Bust somebody again. And Kendrick Lamar, just keep being Kendrick, man. That's that dude, man.
Yeah.
Kendrick's that dude. You know what I'm saying? He for sure deserves that. I also saw a thing out here that what I'm gonna give you this headline. Do you feel this is Tank brought this up? Do you think people rather see or hear rappers sing bad than singers sing good?
No, that's it. I don't think you said that right.
Sing.
Would you rather hear rappers sing bad or like a singer sing good? Because you got like Tank is talking about how you have rapping singers, like rappers that are singing their hooks and they have to auto-tune the hell out of everything. They're not really on key. Like a lot of the hooks aren't like good singers. They're just they just hit that Kanye joint. Kanye started, hey, I don't need John Legend. I'm gonna sing it myself and sound off. And I'm gonna auto-tune it so it sounds enough where it's on key, but it's me singing. So then everybody's like, oh, that's a vibe. It used to be where you get an R&B singer, like, hey, Aaliyah, or we gonna get Mary J. Like Mary J, you know what I'm saying? Like you have people on hooks that can really sing. That would actually do those things. Right. So do you think people are more gravitating towards, hey, that's that rapper with off-key singing? Or, you know what I'm saying, or rather hearing a R&B singer? Because like R&B, a lot of people talk about, hey, Puffy was talking about it, hey, R&B dead out here. You know what I'm saying? Because people ain't buying real singing. Like you hear somebody with a real voice, now you're surprised. Like they can really sing. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me, young buck. What do you think the vibe is for folks of your age?
To be honest, I feel like that's a really good question. I think I could see both sides, but definitely I could see myself listening to anybody, because a lot of rappers have good storylines, and you know they'll come from something, or they went through something, you know, or they were working in some sort of way to where it's like, oh, I don't know anything about that. That's interesting, you know. So to see those people come from those backgrounds and they still are able to go ahead and sing about it, or if they find their way into singing it themselves, I think that's kind of what the draw would be for that. It's just like this, you know, because they could get somebody that can sing, but this, like, you know, they're gonna put their own input into it from not even sounding, you know, you don't hear the emotion because they're just being told what to say, or at least in those cases where like a little baby would get somebody to sing, like he would have to choose somebody that has also been through his background, you know what I mean? So, you know, I get, you know what I mean? So, but it also could go like, you know, you get a Rod Wave and it's like you kind of got that, you know, like he sings. You know what I mean? Like it's you know.
I don't know. It threw me off too. What you just said, like, cause like the baby, he got a song called "Lonely," and he's singing on it, and I'm like, well, yeah, when did the baby start singing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's, but I don't really think I would, cause Lil Wayne's on there too, and they all like the baby singing and Lil Wayne singing, they all sound the same, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think I can hear anybody else singing on it.
That's called auto-tune.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's I would say like at least in my thought process, right? So we had stuff that, you know, when we did our songs that we sang, but there was also things that you would go like, man, it would sound really good if we had a full voice singer in it. And I understand what you're talking about of like, hey, if I wrote the complete song and that's like had this hook and you was like, and the whole time you thinking like, hey man, this would sound dope with me. You may not be able to sing, but you can't find somebody that gives you the correct, you know what I'm saying, octave change or the emotional change that you want in it, then I understand pushing to that. But you have a lot of R&B singers that sing songs that they didn't write. You got rappers now. I mean, it's just a situation where, hey, that's used to be crazy back in our day where it's like, oh, you didn't write your raps. But now that's it. Like writing a rap song is like writing a regular song, writing a rock song, writing a country song. Like it's always a collaborative effort in writing those things. So, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody being able to sing on the hook, I don't think that would be weird if they were singing somebody else's words, because a lot of the times you putting in different, it's a mixture. It's now a building of a song. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's needed to have somebody outside of those pens and papers that you've been in the corner with.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to find the vibe. Like there's a song I like. I'm not a big Future fan. Everybody like Future. I'm not a big Future fan, but there's a song that Future got with Tim's and Drake that I really like. You know what I'm saying? And the vibe is so I like the vibe on it. Cause Tim's, you know, her you know, just her style and the way she sings, you know, I really like what she brings to that song. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Wait for You.
Yeah. I think that's with Future. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of changed my aspect of, you know, I started to change my outlook on Future as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when Future first came out, one of the first albums was like Pluto or something like that. And somebody tried to give me a Future. I was like, hey man, you heard this dude Future, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I don't hear that garbage. But you know what I'm saying? I just never gave him a chance again. You know, and a lot of times, you know, that's not fair, of course, for me being an artist, because me being an artist, I actually listen to, Hayes to tell you, I'm more of a lyrical artist. So I like lyrics, you know, so I'm not just about the, you know, saying the play. I mean, I love plays on word. I love play on words. I love metaphors, blah, 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 you know, but I like the delivery of the art form as well. So me listening to a song, if you're just talking about, like, I stopped listening to Future a long time ago, but a lot of music that I was hearing from Future was all about drugs and dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like every song I heard about was about doing drugs, and I'm like, dude, that's not me. You know, as a person, I'm not about, you know what I'm saying, Molly Percocet, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? So
I would have liked that version of the song. Molly Percocet, blah, 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 blah.
But, you know, it's like that, even like as an artist, you know what I'm saying, I like art. You know, if we're going to call it art, let's talk about, you know, I think about spending time in the studio. You know, how many times were we in the studio? Or how many times were we in a closet with foam on the walls, you know, laying down a track? And how many times, I mean, it took us multiple takes, run it again. It wasn't about, and I don't see like that, and I don't sit in on a lot of, you know, the new rapper sessions or the rapper sessions these days. So I don't know. I can't speak on that. But I'm just saying, me as an artist, you know, I go in there and I like to come out with something that people be like, okay, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put something out. People like, somebody should have told you that was garbage before you put it out.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have that team of people that's gonna review your music. You know what I mean? Before you even.
Yeah, you gotta have that quality control. Like, if you my boy, don't tell me this fire because you think we about to get paid. Tell me, be like, bro.
I think there's a lot of cats out there that's been told, yo, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of
cats. There's a lot of cats that be there. You like, they crew gonna tell them they fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they squad gonna tell, oh, that's fire, play, put that out. Oh, that's fire, that's fire. Because they don't want to feel like
they don't want to get kicked out the group. But it's all good.
There's no such thing as constructive criticism these days. They don't want to offend the person that has all the clout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to like if you the star in this crew, I don't want to be the one get kicked out of the crew because I told you your shit is garbage.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but and like I said, everybody needs a quality control person. You know, everybody needs, you know, there needs to be somebody in that squad and somebody in your management team to be like, hey, back to the drawing board. Let's run that back.
Right,
you know, before we put that out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I usually go through the same process. Like, usually when I make a song, I'll listen to it for like hours just to make sure it all makes sense, and then you put it in that Google Drive, you send it to the homies, whatever, and just make sure. Like, usually got to time will usually tell you if anything. Like, even if like you don't like your one homie says you don't like this, and you're like nah. I'm like, you know, you start being real stubborn about it as an artist and everything. Like, you just give it that time. You know what I mean? Like, usually that'll tell you the most. Like, because you get tired of it, you know. People will get tired of it, or you'll be like, you'll hear what you don't like so many times that you're like, oh, I should just fix this part because I know if I hear it, somebody else will. You know?
Right.
Yeah, and that's how the art form is, and it's just like you know, if in the industry and in the music, you know, doing music or whatever, a lot of times it's not about, because there's a lot of hot artists out there. There's a lot of hot rappers out there, male and female, white and black. There's a lot of hot rappers out there. If you look, you can go to TikTok right now and it's like, you be like, damn, this person hot as shit. You know what I'm saying? Why this person not mainstream? But you know, what happens is a lot of times, you know, people go on, like, for example, there's this female rapper. She's a rapper / singer. She a white girl on TikTok. I forgot her name out. Next week I'll bring it up. If you see her, she don't look like a rapper. She don't look like your average hip hop artist, blah blah blah. She's just like a regular white girl, you know, kind of fat and chubby, blah blah blah.
You got a link in the bio.
But if you hear her, fire. Everything she puts out, she original and she fire, dog. Like every time I hear her, I'm like, oh shit, oh girl, fire. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but a lot of times these days, if you don't fit the mold of what society pictures as a hot rapper, it's just like me and my wife were talking about the other day. We was going somewhere. I think we was traveling to the game, and we was talking about how a lot of these artists look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the rappers look the same. A lot of the female artists, they look the same. Like it's there. If you could put Lotto, Young Miami, freaking Cardi, Nicki, everybody in front of me right now, I might be able to tell you who 3 of them are. But all the rest of them look the same to me.
City Girls. Who else you wanna just
you know what I'm saying?
Like there's only a limited amount of female artists that aren't with sex symbols.
Yeah, you got all these, but they all once you start presenting yourself to society, you know what I'm saying, in this industry, you at some point in time you start to look like everybody else looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you got Lil Durk, you got Trippie Redd, you got all these cats that if I didn't see music videos and you put them on in front of me right now, I wouldn't know who is who. I'd be like, I don't know who is who. Because everybody look the same, everybody got the same look, everybody, you know, but and then the style starting to be the same. You know, that's why with NUAP, it's like his style is different. I like that. You know, because you're a different artist, you know, and people don't. A lot of times, if you listen to a lot of this music, man, no matter what rappers are in their career, they talk about stuff that they don't know about. You know what I'm saying? But then I kind of feel like their image catches up with them once they start making money. So they talk about driving Ferraris and Lambos until they start driving Ferraris and Lambos. You know what I'm saying? Their style or their career finally catches up to what they've been talking about. You know, all these artists talking about their killers and blah blah blah, and they got, you know, they gang related, gang affiliated, blah blah blah.
It's hard to live up to that.
They talk about it till they actually buy their way into one of these organizations. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we talk about there's a lot of mainstream rappers that are gang affiliated at this point. You know, But when they started off, they wasn't gang affiliated. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, everybody wants that street cred, you know.
Everybody wants street cred, but like how much street cred do you have when you buy your way into a situation?
Exactly.
You know, if I say if I drop money on being a blood, you know, so I can call my blood, sell my blood all day, but do I really get that street cred? Do I really get that? You know what I'm saying? Do I get, you know what I'm saying? Do I get to have a teardrop? You know what I'm saying? I haven't killed nobody in the streets. I've killed people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At war, but I've never killed nobody in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. I say that, you know, you have to understand the concept of how to move around in the industry, because, like I said, a lot of it's smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. You know, a lot of it's smoke and mirrors. You know,
yeah. A lot of people want that street cred, man, and that's how you get like a 6ix9ine. That's how you know. That's when it starts to really crash out, when it's like you're not even built for it. You got in and you're not even built for it, you know, or like you can't handle the pressure that's like involved that comes with it, you know. So it's like it's better you just stay, like any artist, just stay to themselves, you know, and like just, you know, you'll get it. You'll curate an audience, you know, just off of being yourself. You don't have to subscribe to what's not necessarily normal, or what you see and what you enjoy. You know what I mean? Like you can bring your own thing.
Yeah, no doubt. I say this. I've said this before, and it's funny because, you know, one of my favorite phrases is everybody a thug till some thug shit happen. You know,
exactly.
And I was in Afghanistan, and it's funny because I was in Afghanistan. I went back as a contractor, and we said, you know, in Afghanistan, I mean, rockets come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sitting right now, and a rocket can hit outside my window. You know, a rocket can hit, you know, across the street or whatever. You know, it's normal because it's war. You know, and people understand that war is war. It ain't this ain't, you know, like it's like a song one of our boys did back in the day. If it's war, it's war. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's real talk. Like, so all these cats come in who they tough, you know, everybody tough till some tough shit happen. You know, I've seen cats, as soon as the rocket come in, as soon as it hit, boom, this cat's underneath the bed. You know what I'm saying? You know, didn't even make it to the bunker. You know, don't even
Scattered.
be like, hey man, don't get nervous now. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's like the image that you put on, that you portray, you know, on being a thug or being, you know, the man or whatever, you know, it's all, like I said, it's smoke and mirrors, because I don't know how you're gonna react in a thugged out situation till a thugged out situation happens. You know, if somebody pull a gun out on us right now, what you gonna do? You gonna run? You gonna cry? You gonna pity yourself? I don't know what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But in your song, or, you know what I'm saying, on the interview, you know what I'm saying, that you did on whatever, you know, you was thugged out. You know, you're strapped up. You know, I got the ox. The new cast, I got this stick. You know, whatever. You know, but the thing is, it ain't hard to shoot somebody. I mean, it ain't easy to shoot somebody. It's not easy to shoot a human being. You know, cats do it, and it you know, and you know, it's funny because you watch reality shows or whatever, and you see these cats that have, you know, killed somebody or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, if somebody kills somebody, they regret later on in court or wherever. You're gonna see them crying, or once they go to prison, it's gonna be a whole different situation. Because I honestly feel like if you live that lifestyle, then you got to be thugged out all the way through. You got to take this, you're gonna carry this to your deathbed. You go to prison, they give you 25 to life. Take it to the chin. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Be the same thug you was when you was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Talking that shit.
It's expected of you.
Yeah. Because like I said, everybody thug to some thug shit. That's how that shit roll. How you feel about that, Hayes?
Hey man, I feel like, I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man. Like, everybody has the ways they react to those situations, and you know, you don't find out until you really in it. You know, we've had you know, like going to war, we had people that was you know, lost their mental capability due to stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you have to be, you learn a lot about yourself when the bullets are really flying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's different when you out there trying to really do something. You know what I'm saying? Stuff is really happening. It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Everybody talks. can talk a big game, no matter what's going on. You know, you have the people that talk about, hey man, I knuckle up all day, and you know, be the bully. I mean,
Right.
hey, I've seen the bully, you know, do bully things and gets, you know, just like every movie and every cartoon talk about, you stand up to the bully, and 99% of the time the bully like, dang, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time the bully ain't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh dang, that was a little different. You know, I wasn't expecting. Most of the time people back down, but this dude was like, I'm ready. Like, let's go. I've been waiting for you to come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been waiting, and then he done met the bigger bully. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shoot, like he was ready. So I mean, it always happens that way in this mentality and things of that nature. And if you know, you got folks out there that buy their way into things, meaning that they can buy protection, meaning they can buy people to do things for them, you know, and things of that nature. But it doesn't make any sense sometimes to me if you've already, unless you was already affiliated from the giddy up.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me to later on, after you already made it, be affiliated. Like that just doesn't seem, like that's gonna make, because I don't know, maybe there's some other people, maybe there's some bloods at the top of a CEO of Sony. I don't know. Like I would be surprised. You know what I'm saying? But those, I don't think, maybe if you was you know what I'm saying, Phi Beta Kappa or had some, like that would be a better relationship to be in, to try to be like, oh, I can make some money and make moves in the corporate area and be able to talk this, and somebody that may be able to work in some stuff. But I didn't, you know, and but hey, I'm not in that game. So maybe it is. Yeah. Maybe that is the way to get it, is to buy your way into affiliations of that sort. But it's a different type of game than, you know, like at least speaking about it is very different hip hop ways than I was accustomed to. I was accustomed to people telling you, hey, let's get out of this situation. Now it's different. It's about getting into the situation. It's like, hey, it used to be don't do drugs. It used to be get off the streets. It used to be don't be in a gang. Now it's in a gang. Do all the drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shoot every motherfucker. Fact. Like that used to be like, I mean, you know, most of the people that we grew up listening to was telling you a story about how they grew up and was like, hey, don't necessarily follow this path because it comes down to is sadness and despair. And now the thing is that you got folks out there, rappers telling you, yo, you know, tear up your inner organs with all these drugs and be delusional all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? And join any gang and go shoot everybody that you happen to be mad at. Like that's, you know, that's new. That's new. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's new. Even for the gangster rap that was West Coast, they were telling stories of what they lived, not necessarily, hey, go do this.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Which is different now, where people are like, yo, go do this. It'll be fantastic. You know, so
little
different.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, just a little different. I mean, do you see that as being kind of the narrative of some of the artists and music nowadays?
I definitely I see it like, I think it's what people just think like that's the way to success. You know what I mean? Because like the people that you may be following and like you're really like paying a lot of attention to their music, you're following it, you love it, but it's like these guys are on drugs, or it's like these guys are in this gang. And so you're playing their music and all their like half their early songs before they blew up were just like a call to action, you know what I mean, a call to war with somebody else, you know what I mean. So you're saying you know what I'm saying, disrespecting this, you know what I mean. You're riding mad hard and you're yelling out whatever it is that they're affiliated with, and so it becomes a thing where it's like you almost feel like you got to create some sort of, you got to create that for yourself. Like this is like they get all the girls, or they got all the money. Like this is what I got to do. I got to have a bunch of people around me that's dangerous, because that's what. You know what I mean? That's gonna be some likes. Also, like nowadays with the social media, they're like, oh, this is gonna give me likes. First of all, you know, like if they see me with a gun, that you know, somebody gonna be scared of me or something like that, or this girl's gonna think I'm something. Like it's just getting all mixed up. It's getting all mixed up because it was supposed to be like, you know, don't do this because I went through it, but then it's also like, dang, like you're a really cool person though. Like you're really cool. You came from all this and you're kind of cool. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff is which most people don't tell you is that most of those artists, especially when they was spitting all that stuff, most of them aren't in it anymore. Most of them aren't doing that, so they're telling the story. Like I'm saying, they could be not affiliated. It could be a block that they live on. It could have been, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, no different than we talked about Slick Rick, you know, art of storytelling. You're able to tell what's going on in your neighborhood. Ice Cube never affiliated with a gang. He just talked about what was around him. You know what I'm saying? And where he grew up and was like, yo, these are the type of things. And I had to be on my shit. I had to be hard and be like a no nonsense dude to walk my neighborhood because I wasn't affiliated with certain people. So I had to make sure that they knew that I was down to do whatever on whoever tried to come get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what I did to survive compared to, you know what I'm saying, some of the other thought process. So it's different. It's odd that you know, you got people out here that are believing, you know, these people. And of course, when you got folks on there and they using that social media, and I think people are starting to learn nowadays, you know, so especially with the Instagram, the TikTok stuff that's popping, where these cats is spewing and Muggs is coming to find them. We had my man, what? It was like a couple weeks ago we had on the show. My dude only was on there for about 4 hours. Got on Instagram, talk junk. Yep. They came through, like literally 4 hours later, came through. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's one of those things. Like now, like, hey, no different than the police. Yes. When the police are like, hey, I see your Instagram, I saw your TikTok, I saw your Facebook post. Hey, you went to jail. Them thugs on the streets is like, I saw your Instagram, I saw your TikTok, I saw your Facebook, and they coming to get you. When you saw that noise, so it's like it's real. Like those internet things, man. They realer than people are thinking. It used to be just trolls, and now folks is like, oh, we killing trolls now. Like, don't tell me where you at, because folks is trying to come get the trolls too. You know, so it's a different mentality going out there, man. And we're talking about that too, man. Of course, once again, we got another mass shooting that took place out there in Virginia, man. Literally today. You know,
I missed it.
Really? Yeah, it was a bit mass shooting out in Virginia, killed 2 people, wounded 5. Some of the people that were shot were more Norfolk State University students. It was out by the Virginia Zoo down in Norfolk, and it happened around 12 midnight. They found 4 women and 3 men that had been shot. The Newark police said, and ended up a 25-year-old and a 19-year-old died later from injuries. And that out at midnight down in Norfolk. So, hey, prayers for those families and everybody involved in that. You know, so I don't know what is going to end in this. Just shooting. Just shooting, just to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate that we got people out here that just that are using guns out here, just taking out innocent bystanders, man. Like, you know, it's an unfortunate thing, and you know that's why I said bring back the swords, man. You know what I'm saying? Usually folks can run away from that. You may be able to get one at a time, but it's like, this is just it's crazy the type of stuff that's going on out here. So once again, for those families, praying for those students, praying for those souls that unfortunately didn't make it past that evening. You know,
that's crazy, man. Yeah.
I feel like I'm not one to say like police the internet, but I really do think like these things could be prevented by like really looking at these forums, like whatever these obscure forums, because I know they're not doing this just for themselves. Like I feel like it's gotten to that point. I feel like the internet's really, you know, it plays a part as a factor. You know what I mean? Like like they're saying I'm gonna do this, and somebody else is like yes do that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's really some groups that need to get, you know, stomped out. You know, like I think there's really something going on, and it needs to. They don't need to have an output, you know, like they don't need anybody cheering them on like a Town of Salem, you know.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's different, man. When you got those no different than those trolls, like you said, on everything else, man. You got those trolls that are, you know, those devils on the shoulders for some of those people. And they know that they ain't gonna go do it, but they're gonna go out there and you know what I'm saying, you know, put some gasoline on the flame. You know, and try to push those people to do those outrageous things. You know what I'm saying? It's not a benefit to anybody. You know what I'm saying? It takes away people's lives. It messes up that person's life. Doesn't get them better if they happen to be mentally, you know what I'm saying, downtrodden, depressed, have some type of mental situation. It's like, it's not helping them. It's helping nobody. It literally is senseless nonsense that helps nobody on this earth at all in moving forward. So it's unfortunate. And hopefully that person comes, is put to justice. And like I said, pray for the families, man. It's
we need to stop, man. We need to stop giving out their names, telling their names as well. Like we need to stop saying their names, like so that in future reference, you don't get to be like some martyr. Yeah. You don't get to go out with a bang. We need to stop telling them names.
Yeah, for real. Yep, I agree.
Well,
man.
All right. Well, hopefully, hopefully the next thing will bring some more joy to the show. We go into the music of the week.
Let's get it. What's new?
All right, so we got the music of the week back to pop out in here. Well, it's kind of sort of new, but not really though. So, music of the week, September 4th, 2022. Mint Ketchup. Let's get it. All right, so I did a little different this time. We had a couple albums came out. It was coming into the holiday, folks. I don't know. Maybe they just wasn't trying to have anybody have anything to ride to over the weekend or whatever, but I went ahead. We had like 2 albums that kind of came out before the weekend. On the 2nd, we had this Armani Caesar. We got this Young Blood. I looked them up. It was kind of, I don't know. They wasn't really, I wasn't feeling those at all.
Yeah, I've heard of him for sure.
Yeah, it was like I wasn't really feeling those at all. But Kenny Beats, he pretty much makes beats. But I like the album because it was stuff to ride to. And for, NUAP over there, if you wanted some little like lo-fi hip-hop beats or something to like, just pin to, like he has some good like lo-fis that was nice. It's a good like hip-hop vibe. Say if you was, brought some people over, you're sitting nice, drinking on some sake maybe. You you go ahead and throw some Kenny Beats on in the background and you be like, oh, the vibe is feeling good. It's a nice little vibe going on. Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah.
So those ones, and in the future, got Ari Lennox that's coming out with something coming in the following week that we may touch on next Friday or next Sunday and things of that nature. So there's a couple in there that I had on the other page that is coming in the future. Like I said, the Mint Ketchup spotlight, we got Kenny Beats, Louis, 17 tracks. I like Still, I like Omori, Hold My Hand, and Really. Those are ones that I like the vibe, I like the beat, the way he put stuff to it. Some of them has little verbiage on there, not too much, more or less ad libs and stuff like that. But it's nice little background music that you can put on and just chill with. So it was really good. Like I said, next week, probably gonna be hitting the ground running hard again. New music's gonna be coming out. Everybody seemed to like take a break for the Labor Day situation. So once again, like I said, Mint Ketchup spotlight. Check out that Kenny Beats. It's good. I usually use Amazon Music, so I was listening and vibing to that while I was creating graphics and stuff like that for the show. It was really good music, and really something that you could throw in your playlist. You know what I'm saying, for a nice dinner party for all those grown-up people that like hip-hop out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's our music of the week. All right, Kenny man.
Kenny Beats, man, he's a goat, man. Like he has a whole channel. He does like mad funny content with like all types of artists, man. Like he's really a cool guy.
Yeah, so, after I started looking him up, he had a lot of stuff with different artists and stuff like that he done beats for. So I mean, it has some high-end artists that he did some really good stuff for. So it was nice to listen to some of the stuff that he had going on. So now we're gonna move on, man, to our special guest that's in the building. Once again, we're gonna welcome NUAP.
Let's go.
NUAP to the show. Really appreciate you coming through, man. Really appreciate you coming through. So
go ahead.
Play
this real quick? Oh, can you
go ahead. Throw it.
I don't know. I ain't gonna play the whole thing. I just want to see if you can hear any of the music.
You mean I may be able to kick it off real quick. Let me see if
Go ahead. See if you can get
Let me see if I can put something on there. If y'all can hear it. Oh. That's a little. Can y'all hear anything?
No, I'm not hearing nothing. No.
I got nothing. we trying to hear a little bit of this clip real quick.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get with our engineers a little bit. Hey,
Mhm.
So man, I'm gonna start you. I'm gonna start it out while the engineers work on that. So oh, you got it?
Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, okay. No. So
Yeah.
man, hey, first of all, welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Man, Ketchup, you know what I'm saying? We're glad to have you on.
Of course.
Yeah.
One to bring in.
Happy to be
So
here.
let me ask you this, man. We live in the same house, so it's funny. But just want to know, like, what do you feel? What do you feel like your genre is more related to as far as your styles? What's your genre?
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of new names that have been coming out. Like, I don't know if I fully identify with them. You know what I mean? Because like that's been the main question between me and my friends that also make music with me. You know what I mean? That I started with. Like, we don't know exactly what that we just can't seem to put a finger on what like the genre is. But like, I kind of want to say like it's like a I'm trying to fuse a little bit of like this new wave of hip hop with like a little bit like I try like on my more like me personal songs I try to do a little more like pop elements, you know what I mean? Because my whole thing is like I feel like a rapper is one thing, but it's also a lot of stigma. So I feel like the real goal is like, you know what I mean? Same thing with Drake, like he's a rapper, but really, you know, he's a pop star, you feel me? So like I feel like I'm trying to go for like I'm trying to make it to like a level of a pop star, you know what I mean? But also going through those channels of rap, you know, like because that's where it all stems from, you know. But I want to, you know, I feel like it's a lot cooler to be like a pop star. You get to reach a lot of higher levels. I feel like with Drake, you know what I mean? Drake is like one of those guys that you can't be another Drake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all need to come up with your own genre.
Right, exactly. I feel like that's what everybody wants, you know. Everybody nowadays is just looking for the next like new sound, like the next like something crazy, you know, something they haven't heard before or topics they haven't heard, you know, or relatable.
Got a question for you. Do you feel like the people that are famous right now, do you feel like they're more followers or unique? Because I look at the rappers, at least in my thought process, that have come out now. I look at the ones that are the most unique are the ones that everybody has as their top guy, right? So you talked about Drake. Drake's on a different stratosphere because he's unique in what he does. He is a R&B artist that's rapped and then was like able to transition back and forth. He was like really I'm gonna be R&B and rap at the same time, which one of the, kind of the guy that would have been even predecessed him with that would have been like T-Pain, right? So T-Pain was an artist where, hey, he could like really sing. He tried to be a rapper and they said, hey, that ain't gonna work. So then he was like, let me take my same lyrics and let me go ahead and be this R&B dude. And then we found out later, like, oh, yo, this dude he kind of spit and do the, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he was already a singer, he killed at the hooks. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of made a perfect matchup. Like, do you feel like more people are trying to follow, or are they really trying to expand and be individuals?
I think right now the people like in my generation, I think we're trying to expand. I think we're trying to become different, but it's like it's just also the internet kind of like it's jamming. Like you're hearing so much of the same stuff that it's like you kind of have to, in order to get into those algorithms, you have to choose. You know what I mean? Like you have to choose something that you can play with the most. You know?
Right.
And so like for me, like it's a weird like road to go down because like for my generation, like we're listening to SoundCloud. Like this is an app like at its peak that it's like these are people from all over the world that aren't famous and are trying their hardest to create something crazy and to get off their emotion or whatever it is that inspired them. So it's like, like a lot of my inspirations would be people that like you probably never heard of, or like a lot of people know about them, but it's like it's like a lore kind of thing, or it's like, you know what I mean? Like it'll be somebody that was friends with somebody that's super famous, but that got left behind or something like that, but was there from the start, So I think a lot of it is like, it's like becoming a mold. Like I think now we're trying to make something new out of what's already been given. And like, it's becoming like a Play-Doh almost, like it's getting mushed together. you know. But it's like, can you
saying.
sculpt something though? But it's like, can you sculpt something like to where like you can see it and it's like, yeah, that's art, you know. That's really what it all is coming down to. It's really what it's coming down to. The internet is playing a part, man.
So I do feel like, and I feel you on that, because I kind of feel like when Hayes and I, like, for example, this is, and then we was still a whole nother generation, but when we as artists, you know, created, we were able to sample, you know, and so now I'm realizing that we are on like the fourth level of sampling. Like, I heard a song the other day that's been sampled by at least 3 generations, and I'm like, damn. I said, you know, and somebody was like, that's not the original. No, that's the third sample of this song.
But that's unfortunate. That's when you be like, dang, you don't know music at all. Like, cause then you be like, dang, you ain't really you ain't listening. Yeah, like, if you ain't heard
this is
that.
like this is a third sample of the fourth sample of the same song from different generations. You know, this decade, this, you know, it's like, man, like that. But that's where we're at right now. Like, how original can we be now at this point? How original can an artist be at this point? You know, considering that we've gone through, you know, a vast majority of popular music or great music, or, you know, like when Kanye first came out, Kanye was sampling some greats, you know, some great songs or whatever. And same thing with Diddy. They were sampling great songs, and now it's like we're on to the next generation. So who do they sample? Do they sample Diddy? Do they sample Kanye? You know, it's just like, you know, how much originality can we present? And I ask that as a question because I don't believe it's not possible, because like I said, watching these artists that I see on TikTok, there's a lot of them that got their own style that's like, it'll blow you away. You know, it'll like, oh man, like this person has a unique style, like, you know, and then you got a bucket full of rappers that are doing the same thing, sounding the same, you know. And not putting anybody down, because I mean, your sound the same might sound better than his sound the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, and as an artist and as a rapper, and you know, I feel, you know, probably Hayes feel the same way. You know, we don't feel like the new generation of hip hop is bad. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't. I mean, the new generation of hip hop continues to grow, you know, and I'm liking the fact that they continue to build on what hip hop, you know, created. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So another question for you. So, like, as an artist that you are, and I listen to your music, man, and like one of my favorite songs is "We Go." You know, it's what is it? What at this level inspires you? What inspires your music? Like, what keeps you moving? What keeps you on this journey of art form?
For me, it's kind of like it's something you can put out into the world. You know what I mean? Like, it's, for me, like a lot of times, like if I have a lot going on in my mind, it's the best way for me to understand what I'm feeling. Like, there's no better way than to put it into words, you know. And then I'm also creating something, so that gives me a little bit of a, you know, it takes me out of wherever I was, and now I'm really trying to understand it and try and paint these pictures, or however I paint it for myself, you know, and make these comparisons. So it's really like it can be an escape, you know, and it's also just like, it's also a creation, you know. Everybody likes to create something. At least for me, like I've always been a drawer, like an artist, like I drew pictures, all that, art class, all that. So like when I make music, it kind of gives me that accomplished feeling, like something better is gonna come, because I'm gonna keep trying to do something better, you know.
Nice.
Is that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. I got another question for you. So, do you feel, you know, as an artist, do you feel there's an obligation to your listeners to have a positive effect on society, or is it all about the art form, and no matter what you put out, hey, it's just art? Do you feel, or is that something that you put into your art form? You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about before, where it was, hey, you know, even though when we was coming up having music, you know, it may not have been the most beautiful narration of what was going on, but at the end of the day, it was a positive message telling you not to do this or be better. Do you feel like I was saying, do you feel like that's an obligation, or do you feel like you do that, or you just say, hey, take my art as it is?
I think because a lot of times it depends. Because like I'll make a song, like I feel like I'll look at somebody like Andre 3000, and like he kind of like I feel like he like from what I've seen of like at least one song, like I you know what I mean, I can't really I have a horrible memory, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like there's this Andre 3000 song, like probably his most famous one, where it sounds very upbeat, but it's all very sad, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how I try to attack my music, because that's like I sound I don't know how to control my voice exactly to where like I feel like I sound the best with like minor, you know, like a minor key. Like when I do my autotune, like I'll be on a minor key to get that sad sound. So I'll say, but I'll make it sound like the beat will be all high energy, but it's like I'm just describing being just in certain places mentally, or like or just going through things, like just however I process it. And that's really what it's about for me. Like, and then to be positive, like I think it's just like just being able to put like just a little bit of myself onto a song, and somebody else can maybe relate to that, or like whatever they can they draw their comparisons however it may be. I think that's what's important. You know, I'm not trying to tell them to do anything. I'm just like, hey, like I'm kind of sad about like that I did this, but I have to tell you I did this because like what else am I gonna tell you? You know, this is what I lived. You know.
Yeah, gotcha.
I gotta go. All right. This just came to my mind. All right. Do you feel like this is the age of middle class rap?
Middle class rap.
Because the thing is like, of course, when we was younger, it was like, yo, we all poor. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just like, yo, we all going through this grind, government cheese, blah 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 blah. But now a lot of the artists, it's middle class rap. Like you were talking about like in that, not saying that it's bad, or you know what I'm saying. And I like lo-fi. A lot of the lo-fi joint is kind of, it's just like, hey, it's a vibe type deal that, and people are just talking about their emotions of a situation. Which that wasn't necessarily a thing, which then that's what it's like, kind of smart, like emotional, like the emotional rap, Kanye kind of started that. Exactly. Kanye started that middle. Yes. That's why I looked at it like middle class rap, like because rappers weren't middle class before. Rappers didn't have like parents that went to work all the time or wasn't on drugs or like, you know what I'm saying? And now now you got middle class rap where it's like, yo, I got both my parents in the house, or whatever's going on, and it's just, hey man, I had a crazy day at school, and then the teacher was getting at me, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like middle class stuff. You know what I'm saying? That you kind of like, I'm dealing with emotions, and I'm gonna put it out there, and then there's other people that's like, I feel you, dude.
But it's also like for me, like it was like growing up, like throughout like high school days, like just going, like that's the best example I could give, is like instead of it being like we're struggling, it's more so like, well, I mean, you don't have like you're not rich, but it's also like the people around you, like those people are on drugs. You know what I mean? Like your best friend is on drugs, or it's like somebody that's trying to, like somebody you care about, like maybe have been harming themselves and stuff like that, and it's like you might be a backbone for somebody sometimes, and it's like, and then now you're kind of making these songs about these drugs and all these things, because like you've seen it, how it goes down, like you've seen it, and like you can make those, and then you start to paint pictures of like what you see, but like without really throwing people, blowing people out, like, putting them out there and stuff like that. And it's kind of that kind of thing where it's kind of like the problems kind of switched, at least for like if we were talking about like strictly like the middle class, like it's a lot of like, you'll see a lot of people just really depressed and stuff like that. This generation has way more like people are showing that like black man is not exactly always just all the time, you know what I mean? Sometimes the stuff really really hits, and it's like you gotta find some type of way, and maybe they don't got the way, but like maybe you have a better way of processing things, so you can just go ahead and throw it out there, put it in a song, and maybe it'll help them out. They go throughout their day, and it becomes like a theme song in the background of like, you're talking about stuff that I know about, but also it sounds upbeat. My heart's, you know what I mean? It doesn't make me wallow in the pain. It's kind of like it's pushing me out. Yeah, it's pushing me out.
Yeah, I got you. I was just, that came to my mind, and I was just like, I feel like that's more of a, compared to, hey, when
it makes sense.
It was like West Coast gangbangers, or most people is for it. Most of the stories that you was hearing, like when Biggie and Jay, they doing things because they was broke, and they was like, yo, I got to do this because of this. And it's like now I feel like the starting really with Kanye, because Kanye wasn't a banger. He was a dude that went to college. You know what I'm saying? He tells the story. He went to college, didn't pan out. I really wanted to do this. And he gave that first like emotional, he was the emotional rapper. You know what I'm saying? That was really giving that deep dive to the inside emotionally.
And he's also just a cool dude. He was also just like a stylish, like cool dude. Like I feel like he was one of the what I noticed in a lot of interviews and after seeing his documentary, was like he was definitely the dude with the backpack on, you know what I mean, or the polo. Like that's crazy.
But that's different because he wasn't him being from Chicago, him being not even a banger in Chicago. So he was just he was the middle class kid from Chicago. Yeah. Like he was like, yo, I'm a middle class kid that likes to rap. I know people, no different than like you talked about. I know people that been doing some things. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I just want to come out here and I want to do my music. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z, of course, he out there like, hey, you know, Dame and them. Hey, we ain't gonna let this dude rap. He ain't really about that. He got dope beats. He ain't really gonna rap. And all he did was like, he was that dude. Like, I just want to rap. I just want to rap. I just want to tell my story. And then, you know, they was like, hey, man, this backpack music makes some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of how, you know, how everything pulled out. So.
It's a lot of like aggression, man. Like sometimes you gotta like lay low. I feel like whatever you listen to all the time becomes like it's like a theme song almost, you know, like it's like this is how the day is gonna go, this is how you're gonna attack the day. So if you're playing some Kanye, you feel me, like you're just hearing about in the night, you know what I mean? Like you just you know what I mean?
You said all the good stuff, man. You gotta it's like you start back with the first four. I'll be like, all right, first four, and then I'm good. I'm like, all right.
And even that song's like, it's like the coldest story, like, you know what I'm saying? Woman So Heartless. It's like he's still telling like a story that sucks, but it's like, you know.
That's one of my songs. That's my jam right there.
It be hard, man. That album is hard in the mud.
It's crazy.
He be going at it. So let me see. Do I got anything else for you? So you know, right now you're an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? You're out here. So how's this new tech music industry kind of affect you and the type of obstacles, like what type of obstacles you got to overcome in this new tech?
Oh man, because it's crazy, man. Because it's like you wanna say crazy stuff, all right? You want to say crazy stuff, but then what's it called? You can get canceled nowadays. So it's like there's only so many things you can say, but then it's also like you have to use these social medias to get out there. Because nowadays it's not really like back. I feel like back then it was definitely like a whole like who you know or like what you do or where
right.
You know what I mean? Nowadays you could be anywhere. You know, you can literally be anywhere, but it's just a matter of who you are, like kind of thing. Like you kind of like are forced to be a Kanye now. It's like you have to figure out how to be Kanye. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta have this certain style. You gotta have this schematic, this theme. You gotta have it all planned out. You gotta have this certain sound that fits with it.
Yeah, you got to work that. You got to work the algorithms now.
So, and you got to work the algorithm.
Yeah, and you know what? One thing I do miss from you know, and I wish that a lot of the artists nowadays got to experience this, was the regionality of music. I wish that you guys got to experience having music from the South, because there's not music from the South. Like everybody does trap. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody does that. That's everywhere. I never thought I would hear New York artists on trap music. I never thought, and they be doing it. So it's crazy because before and that was what made it cool. Is that like I grew up in the Midwest, so hey, we had Chicago, Cleveland, you know, with Bone. You had Talib Kweli down in Cincinnati area. And that was kind of, and then you had Detroit, had some of those dudes up there. So you had that region, which when you listen to the music of 90s, early 2000s, in those regions, they had a specific sound. If you listen to the West Coast, it had a specific sound. And you could even split the West Coast from the North and the South. They had two different sounds. Then you had Texas had its own sound. Then you had Florida, you get down to Miami, they had their own sound. You had Atlanta. Like, it was nice to be able to go like, oh, I want to listen to this type of music, and I could reach and go, oh, I want to listen to this, you know, some Atlanta, Outkast, you know what I'm saying, Dungeon Family, Organized Noise. I could listen to that type of music. Or, oh, I want to listen to some Miami bass music. or I want to listen to like New York boom bap. Like with the technology and the internet, I feel like it's taken away that region.
Yeah, it's distorted.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a way,
yeah.
Which made hip hop like awesome because you had those people that were unique. They were unique because they was in a region, and then it was like if you stood out in that region, then you got the. It was on the NCAA tournament. You know what I'm saying? If you made it out of that region, yo, it's like everybody gonna hear you, and you're gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? It was, and I miss that part of hip hop that had that regionality where you could just go get that, and then of course Master P come on the scene with No Limit, and you had freaking Lil Wayne and them come out. Like everybody had a sound. And you was like, oh man, these are so unique, and nothing sound the same. No producer sound the same. No region sound the same. So you was just like, every time you heard something, you was like, oh, that's dope. I know that's Swiss Beats. Oh, I know that's freaking DJ Premier. Oh, I know that's RZA. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew who it was just by the way something dropped or the samples they use all the time. You know, so I do miss that about the hip hop. About hip hop right now, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's kind of still alive. I mean, it's kind of still alive. You can still find it. Like there's like, I feel like there's a lot of LA music that's kind of coming together. Like they've got that sound, you know what I mean? It just depends. Like a lot of it, if you're like from the hood, like in LA, you're definitely like probably starting off doing like, you know, like I don't even want to try to imitate it, but you know, you're doing that.
Doing that West Coast bang. Got that West Coast bang music, you know what I'm saying?
And then like Detroit, they got their spice talking. For real, they got their spice talking in Detroit. Like if you look that up, like they got people like Rio, you know what I mean? Like what is called Mike and them. You know, they got a whole group that came up with like Lil Yachty has shed light on them. Cause like there's still those those sounds. Like it's still there. It's just like overlooked nowadays, I would say.
Yeah.
Like they have to really get like you know what I'm saying, for everybody to realize that Detroit was still doing their thing. Like Lil Yachty had to show up and hop on and make a song with him to really shed light, just because no one's really
right.
You know what I mean? Like they're not always they're always looking on the internet, finding whatever's there, or they're only listening to the same things on the radio or whatever. So it'd be difficult sometimes to find those guys, but they're definitely on, like they're on SoundCloud, you know, they're there trying, but once they get that light, they're there, you know what I mean? And then you can kind of navigate from there who they know, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
You feel me?
You got anything else, Rob?
Man, I'm just like I said, first of all, I'm gonna say I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing what you're doing because we need that. We need your generation to continue on with this art form that we call hip hop. You know, it's funny that hip hop is only 50 years old or something like that. How old is hip hop? He said 50 years
old. It was back in 74, man.
So, but they just so
it's like 40, 45, 50 years old, you know.
I thought it just had a birthday, something like that.
Yeah, it was in August.
Yeah. So
that's fire.
But with that being said, hip hop is still young. You know what I'm saying? Because I turned 50 next year. So it's the art form is still young. So we definitely need your generation to continue to continue to grow and give the world, because I mean honestly, if you think about it, there's not much that goes on in this society without hip hop, whether it's commercials, marketing, whatever it is. I mean, even hip hop has bled over into the country scene now, and it's there's no place. I mean, you get classical plays that has hip hop in it. You know what I'm saying? So
Crazy.
Hip hop has made its mark on this world, and we need artists like you to continue to build on that and grow and put it out there to the world so we know, so they know what we bring to the table or whatever. So hey, give it up, man. Hey, give it up, Hayes, man, for NUAP.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming through and answering our questions and hanging out with us, man.
Of course.
But one thing we do have to do before you leave up out of here, we gotta respect your deck, sir, man. Talk to me, man. What we got 3 questions that we normally give to everybody. Just to see where their music acumen is and what they feel all the time, all day, every day. So we look at it like this: we go album, song, and artist. So we going with you trapped on the island, man. And what's that one album that you would take with you if you were stuck on the island, man?
Album I would take with me. Oh man. See, that's a hard question because I generally listen to like myself, man. So like I would say like it's hard to. Bro, I would take myself. I think honestly, I'd probably take with me like a Pac album. Probably, I'd probably take a Pac with me. I think I'd be
back
safe.
again. He was Pac been gone for a little bit, but now he's back. Pac is back, man.
I'll take a Pac with me, man, and I'll probably have. I don't know what album would I want. Probably.
Machiavelli pretty good though.
Yeah, Machiavelli's pretty hard. I can't name the songs though. So it's like, dang. I mean, I can name the song. I couldn't name the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. That's good. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's album, artist, song. So give me an artist. Like if you had to take the one artist all catalog with you and you was gonna listen to it, give me that artist that you're gonna take with you.
Their whole catalog.
Or whatever they come out with, you're buying it, no questions asked. You like, hey, if this person come out with something, I'm buying it. It don't care if people was like, yo, this is trash. You like, that's my dude. I'm buying it no matter what.
I'm buying it no matter what. I'll say I'll take a I'll take a Rio the Young OG, man. I'll just take a Rio. I'll take a Rio.
All right, we got Rio the Young OG. First time on there. So we got Rio the Young OG. And now we got one song that you can put on repeat until the end of your days, man. Give me that one song that you be like, man, I can just throw this on repeat. I don't think I ever get tired of this song.
I think what it was, I think it's Last Day Out. I'd probably take that one.
Last Day Out?
Yeah, I'll take Last Day Out, man. That's one.
So we got Tupac, Last Day Out, and Rio. All right. So everybody out there, if you don't know those, go check them out. Most people know Tupac. He been on the show the whole time. Last Day Out was done by who?
That's Rio the Young OG.
Okay, so Rio the Young OG, Last Day Out. We got Rio the Young OG as the artist, the whole catalog, and we got Tupac album. Whichever one he chooses.
Yeah, whatever had Do for Love. Whatever had Do for Love, man. Whatever had Do for Love. Yeah, that one's nice, man. The whole video, everything, bro, perfect.
There you go. Or
what is it? I Get Around, man. Come on.
I Get Around. Oh, that's old school. Yeah, that's freaking that's old school right there.
Bro, I could be on an island with listening to that, man. Like I'll be contemplating things, you know.
That'll work, man. So hey, we really appreciate you coming through, hanging out with us, giving us what the young folks, what the young artists, what the new artists gotta go through, man, answering our questions and hanging out. But now we got one more thing we got to do. We got about 3-4 minutes. I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay.
We got the top almost 4 right here, and I'm about to. I'm looking like I'm trying to start something real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what this dude about to say. But this is my topic. This is gonna be my topic. My topic is
this is about to be some bullshit.
The top 4 non-Biggie bad boy songs. Look at your face. Look at your. I saw your face. You was like, "Oh, hold up, like hold up, like let's see."
Let's go.
Okay, so non-Biggie bad boy song. So I'm going top 4. This is just stuff that I was like, "Yo, these was bangers, right?" So at number 4, I'm going Shine, Bad Boys. Dun, 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 dun. That's gonna go hard right there. So that Sean joint was nasty, right? Of course, this one got an asterisk just because he didn't necessarily need to be on it, but this song was dope as hell. And I gotta go number 3, Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear. He was on the remix. He was on the remix, but he didn't have to be on the remix. That joint was just fire when that beat came on when they did the remix. That was fire, dog. So Flavor in Your Remix, Craig Mack. Got number 2. Gotta give a little love to the R&B. I got 112 with Cupid. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, we got to slow dance with the ladies up in there. Yeah. So then, hey, number 1, hey, get all the thugs and the thug ladies out there because I'm going with the locks. Money, power, respect is needed alive. Money, power, respect is needed alive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving you that top 4. Non-Biggie. Bad Boy Bangers, number 4, Shine, Bad Boys. Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Air remix, Cupid, 112, and the locks, Money, Power, Respect. You got those little Kim on there kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What you got? Talk to me, dog. Talk to me. I said, look, you can't say that. You can't say that ain't fire, though. You can't say that ain't fire.
It's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I got
what
one
you got?
thing I would have changed. I got
What
one
you
thing I
gonna
would've
change? What
changed.
you gonna change?
You know what I'm saying? I would change 112. Cupid. I
112?
love Cupid. Listen,
Cupid's the jam, man.
but I would change it for this song right here. I had this bad bitch uptown. She was whoa. Yeah.
Come on,
Whoa.
look. Hey,
Yeah.
what was honorable
honorable
mention?
What?
No,
You
it was
got
one
Black
honorable mention.
Rob.
He was on the
Okay,
list.
okay.
He was honorable
Okay.
mention. But I was
Okay,
saying,
I'll
like,
put-
Whoa was very much like it was fire. It did its thing. But I love the Sean beat way better. And Sean flow better.
No,
like that's what I was like. Sean.
No, I'm cool with Shine. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm talking about that I mean that
You can't-
112.
I had to give.
112. It was
Look, I had to give some R&B because he did R&B.
okay.
So I had to give some R&B and 112 was fire. As a group, 112 got down. You know what I'm saying? So I had to give the Cupid joint. You know what I'm saying? But the remix for Only You, because Only You was good too. Only You. That was they be killing it. So
Yeah,
I had to give 112 some love. So I'm at number 2. I had to throw a little R&B in there.
Okay.
But your boy Black Rob, he did honorable mention. He would have been at number 5. You know what I'm saying? Mace didn't make it. He didn't make it. Even though Mace could flow, like he just didn't make it because his beats were more, I don't know, it was more commercially. Like he got a little more commercially with it, like the puffy commercially stuff. Like this was not, all these was not like normal things when you think of with puffy.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like these was all like, yo, hip hop, let's go. And then
what about Dylon? Nigga, Dylon. Spit that hot fire.
Hey, so young Buck, have you seen? Have you heard these songs?
I'm gonna be honest, I have not.
Oh, hey, look, that's your homework. So now, hey, right here, it's on the internet. That's your homework. Go listen to all these songs, man, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay." That's how I can get down. If you ain't heard them, they'll be on. They on the internet. You can YouTube joints.
Yeah,
they on there. So, hey, write that down.
So
hey,
if I can get sturdy with the shoulders, like how you be doing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, no, these ain't Puff Daddy shoulder joints. Though.
Okay, it's not the shoulder. It's not the shoulder.
These ain't shiny suit songs.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like these are straight New York hip hop.
Yeah.
All right, this is before. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this happened during that time frame. Puffy was the people that he signed, he got all of it. You know what I'm saying? He got all of it. So he got busy. So hey, tell your pops, man, hook him up. You know what to do. Give him the homework. You know what I'm saying? So you can help your boy out. Because now he may hear this and be like, oh shoot, it may spark a little something like, oh, I gotta let me get a little change in the flavor a little bit. You know what I mean?
I had this bad bitch to tell she whoa. I mean, whoa.
That must went hard. But but that's my top almost 4. I went top almost 4 non-Biggie bad boy songs. Like once again, 4 Sean Bad Boys, Craig Mack remix, Flavor in Your Ear, Cupid by 112, and the Locks, Honey Power, Respect, Get Alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it must be the ass that got me.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, hey, look. You see how he's smiling, right? You see how he's smiling. He know what's up. So hey, you got to get it.
I'll give you this list.
My list don't be trash. My list don't be trash. If you coming with it. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, thanks everybody that was on the show. Thank you everybody that was out there.
Yes, sir.
Once again, you can always hit us at all the different outlets. We got Twitter, Lofton_Hayes MKP. We got my man, he the author. On that Twitter joint, Instagram, Hayes Adonis. You got Instagram, he the author. You can find us on Facebook at Mint Ketchup. Join our fan group. And you got us on YouTube at Mint Ketchup. If you're watching right now on Mint Ketchup or on Facebook, you can hit us up on that. We're trying to get our daggone subscribers up. So if you out there, you hearing it and you listening to it, go to the YouTube, go in there and subscribe, man. Hit the button, change that mug from red to gray. Hit the bell, get the notifications. Come and holler at us, man. We here every week. Come talk to us. You know what I mean? We here, get it. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Hey, and go check out your boy NUAP.
Go check out.
At NUAP.
He got the joint at NUAP right there. He
Underscore
got
at NUAP underscore.
He got the single talk. He got the single
There you
We
go.
Go.
There you go.
Check it out on
Yes, sir.
YouTube. It's right there. Easy search. You'll find it. Go hit them play, subscribe, and follow your boy, man. He's doing good things. Got great songs, great lyrics, great vibes. So go check him out as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got some. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I got an EP coming out, man, pretty soon. So go ahead and tap in with at NUAP underscore on Instagram. And I got Apple Music, everything you want. We're dropping it all right there, man. So you can find me NUAP, easy, short and sweet, simple.
Let's go.
Hey,
NUAP, let's go.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. Once again, it's the Ketchup Podcast, episode 23. We in the building. We out of here.
Let's go.